Peace, family. What's up? Um, Here really to lay down a very important um, download. As far as what I've received, transmission wise, I really feel like I should be sharing, and that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. And the title of this video is going to be how to build your car energy and becoming superhuman or become superhuman, but um, it'll probably have a little bit more than that. I'm gonna try not to make it long, but it's some information that I really want everybody to get, and I'm gonna allow this to be shared on a lot of different platforms so people can really tap into this information and benefit from it in a major way during this time. So please share it if it helps you. Alright. So, as far as the energies and the situation that we're all in right now, with all of the planets in retrograde, everything that's going on astrology wise, you have to consider what is really happening, not without, but within, right? We create our own universes, we have our own realities based off of our mind. Whether you know it or not, the circumstances in which we find ourselves in is based off of your perception of reality and how your inner creates your outer world. So, with all of these things going on, these are things that we're experiencing collectively, whether we know it or not, whether we have the tools to utilize it or not. Some of the things that have helped me is what I'm going to share with you. And some of these things are new, and some of these things I have recently received. So I'm sharing, what downloads I've received. Um, as far as building up your car energy, what is that? Think when you tap into this spiritual side, you got to use your childlike mind, not your adult mind, not your go to work every day mind. You have to tap into your inner child to do that. So, in order to build your car, think Jungle Book. Everybody probably seen some form or other of the Jungle Book, but what is that snake? They call that snake Ka. And Egyptian or Ashuza, as I guess they said it, or in another language, I'm not sure, but the Egyptian uh, or Kemetic system of spirituality and light, Ka was that sacred energy, that Kundalini energy. So think Jungle Book, childlike. Everybody's seen some form of the Jungle Book. But if we're talking that snake from that movie, what did they from the Jungle Book? They called it Ka. That Ka is that Kundalini, that energy that rises up your chakra system, rises up your spine, rises up the middle of your body as you raise your energy, and you don't release it. And it's a lot of different ways that you can raise your energy. It's probably infinite ways, but you have to figure something out. One major way is meditating. You're breathing in life force. You're breathing in prana when you meditate. Every spiritual system, probably even religion, has some form of meditation in their practice, whether they actually do it or not, but it's somewhere written in a book. Meditation is very important, and it gives you that time to tap into your inner child. So it's building your car And the secret to becoming superhuman is tapping into your inner child in any way possible. Any way possible. And, you know, that's a big part of the healing process. You got to go back through experiences in your life, in your childhood, in any experience, and go back and experience and feel what you may have escaped previously. Because when we have trauma, we don't necessarily experience it within our body all the time. Sometimes we go other places and we never fully experience that. And usually it's when we're a child and we can't handle it or something like that, but we have to go back and heal that wounded child and allow that part of us to free up. When you allow those feelings to be felt and those type of things to be released and expressed, it's very relieving. And you begin to need less and less of material because you become whole. So that is real work that you tap into. One very key secret to do that, if you have children or if you have you especially like young babies or anything like that, any of your children, spend time with them. And when you spend time with them, really pay attention to them and really look them in the eyes when you spend the time with them. And you'll start to see that everything in their mind is a game. Unless they've been significantly programmed, it might be a little bit different. But then there's ways that they could tap out of that and tap into their selves. But with that, your inner child has it all. Your inner child is that part of you. That's that part of your soul. You know, that's that what you came here with, that purity, that pure state. So when you relieve that, when you ask it questions, you know, why do I feel this way? Your subconscious mind and your emotions are going to be key because those are the things that you take with you past this experience, you know, with your soul, from what I know, um, or what I sense. But build up your energy, your ka. Build up your ka. Allow your kundalini to rise up your spine. Allow your energy to build up from your root chakra to your crown chakra, or like I did in reverse from my crown to my root. But get creative with it and use your imagination and tap into your inner child. That's the superhuman part. The Ka is like your spirit being or your spirit self having the tools and the energy to move. If you don't have that energy, if you don't have that mindset, if you don't have that Ka, then you're pretty much you're pretty much operating backwards. You know, you're running from a physical level, and that's not how it is. You should read the Kabbalion, the Hermetic principles. Those will help you understand how to utilize and manipulate energy. And it'll help you understand a lot about states of energy, um, and how you can pull that in and the different planes of existence. Because you got spiritual, mental, you know, emotional, physical, and you know those other planes make this one. So if you handle everything from a physical perspective, you're working backwards, you're hustling backwards. You have to match that vibration, match that level of what you become or what you are, what you truly are. You have to match that in your mind, because this reality is a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a mental game. You feel emotions and different things like that, you know, but it's your heart and your mind, really. And, being able to sit still with your eyes closed really helps you tap into that inner sense, and you get a lot of peace. You don't need much else. You need very little. So tap into your inner child. Like man, like if y'all really just tap in, like all of your childhood superheroes, like any of your adult superheroes, like this reality is shifting. Like y'all can feel it. Those things are no longer what they call them singularities. It's not down to a singular point. You've built personal relationships with them in mental, emotional, and spiritual forms. Those beings, those energies, those gods, those things you created in your mind. It all comes from within. You God. So you created those energies. Now tap into and utilize those energies. You can have direct experiences with them in one way or another if you utilize your imagination and heal your wounded child, your soul, the one that came pure. And it's the key, you know. This a nice little flow to help you along your journey. It's up here. So what you focus on, you create. Do not allow things that do not benefit you into your reality. It doesn't benefit you. Now, there are beings here who attempt to manipulate, but you have to bid into that. You have to say, I agree. You have to say, I believe that. Don't believe it. Fixate your mind on becoming what you are and helping other people do that and sharing information. And when you become who you are, you start being able to become an asset and a resource for all, because we all are one. We all are connected. So, you know, this is love right here. I would only give it out or speak it if that was that. This is love. Knowledge is love for me. It's true. So if it resonate with you, share it. But don't just share it, right? Utilize it. Use it if it resonates with you. If not, you know, it's no hard feelings. It's only for those who hear it and those who it helps and resonates with. So I wish everybody a bunch of peace, blessings, prosperity, love, and knowledge and light, and gain your energy, gain your Ka energy. Tap in. Matter of fact, go watch the Jungle Book. Any of them on Netflix. That snake, every time he goes into one of those experiences with that Kundalini rising, that's that pure energy. You tapping into that spirit. Mm? So, like I said, if it resonate, share it and use it. It's not about reading books. You your own book. Tap into the book of you and use it. And I can use your light, and we can raise each other's light. So it's all about us lifting up. All right, so y'all have and it's late. I usually don't do this late. I'm a day person, but this had to get out. So Uh, Peace, y'all.